Diablo loading screen music.
Yeah, it does remind me of that. I wonder if they did use this one for one of those.
I don't think it's actually Diablo, but that's what it reminds me of.
Gotcha.
Mother Diablo-like game.
Yeah, okay. So, I think I got everything ready here. Okay, so last week you guys returned to Bogtown aboard the Dragovar ship. You guys deboarded, spent some time kind of finding out what was going on in Bogtown. Clobber shaking the house while Alvar stood outside wondering what that meant. And then there was reports of all kinds of foul things happening to the north and starting to affect the town. It's been raining blood. Uh, Birds have been dropping dead. Fish have been floating upside down. Foliage has been wilting. And you convinced Erig Every, the acting mayor of Bogtown, to ask the Dragvar emissary to send the regiment of Dragvar troops to the north to fight off whatever was coming. There, you saw signs and heard signs of battle going on. You helped evacuate the town off onto the ship. Upon coming back into town on your way to the mines, you encountered a host of Maine's demons fighting some interesting fellow in the town square named Fostman. You helped fight those off. Fostman gave you a few hints that you needed to quickly head off to the mines, where you did so. And traveling deep into the mines, you eventually came down a set of stairs into a lower level of the mines, where you found this huge room with a statue on one end of a humanoid with tentacles coming down, a big pool right at the base of it with stairs leading up to it. And on both the left and the right sides of this large room, there's these huge aquarium vats where you found 4 humanoid type creatures on the left side that looked exactly like Queen Devona. And on the right side, those vats contained 4 humanoids with the likeness of Clement. You heard steps coming up from a set of stairs immediately to your left, and you started to see something rise out of the large vat at the base of the statue. And I believe that's where we left off. Anyone have anything else to add?
Yes, I threw up in my mouth.
That's right. The barbarian threw up in his mouth after he was going to have a blackout session with the queen in his mind.
Yes.
Okay, so is everyone ready?
Yep.
Define ready.
Are you ready to deal with this threat that is in your face?
Yeah, I don't remember if I changed to a bear or not.
Um,
I don't
no.
think so.
No, because if I recall correctly, actually, now that I think about it, you had hit it off to the left and you were getting ready to smash the vat with Queen Devona in there when all of a sudden her eyes opened up. So, yeah.
Yes, okay.
So with that in mind, I will place you over that way. Okay. And I do not recall where Clobber and Alvor, where you guys were at when we cut last time. You guys remember if you were at the stairs or if you were
It was
further in?
I think it was kind of in the middle.
On the
Okay.
stairs.
Okay. Alrighty. So let me get this music going and we'll start. Oop. Alright. So with that going on, okay, got those showing. Let's go ahead and roll up some initiatives. Oh boy. Looks like luck is not on the side of the party so far.
Man.
Alright. So, out of the large pool at the base of the statue, this large brain-like creature with all these tentacles below it rises up out of the pool and starts to float down towards Clobber. Just barely making it to you. And with that, it lashes out with a blast of psionic energy. And it looks like Clobber, you fell as this blast of psychic energy pierces your mind. And you take some damage from it. Not good. The creatures on the right-hand side in the vats, they start banging on the glass, trying to break through. And they're unsuccessful so far. Pantheron, it is your turn.
Seeing that Clobber is in trouble, I will use my bonus action to. Actually, can I use 2 bonus actions as an action?
You could use your regular bonus action, and I will allow you to sacrifice your other action for a bonus. Yes.
Okay, cool. So I'll rage, and then I will transform into a brown bear, and I'll move to intercept the creature where Clobber is. What is my movement right now? So I can get about there.
Alright, Pantheron rushes over trying to get there to help his friend out. The humanoids in the vat that you just left, they start banging on the vat, trying to break through. Unsuccessful. Unsuccessful. They're having a hard time breaking through at this point. Okay, Alvor. Your mechanical servant starts to chirp as if it is ready for you to give it some actions.
All right. I'll have the turret move 1 square away from Clobber and direct it to look to its east. Any of those things come out of that vat fire.
Chirp, 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 boop. It signals that it understands the command and is awaiting for that action to be triggered.
All right.
Bam! Bam! And then all of a sudden you hear a crack from the vat on the left-hand side. And you see some of the liquid starting to pour out. They are close to breaking through on that side. You hear cracking coming from the right side as well. Looks like these things are about ready to break through. Clobber, it is your turn.
Alright. I will pull out Verna and smash this ugly creature. Oh, I didn't target it.
Looks like that will hit.
Do you want me to do both attack rolls and then damage, or do one at a time?
You probably want to do one at a time, because that way if you get a crit, it'll automatically trigger when you do the damage.
Okay. So damage for the first. Number 2. It dropped it.
Keith, I should be on top of it. I'm sorry, because my speed changed to 40 foot.
Okay, I'll put you right up on it.
Yeah, thanks.
You're welcome. And your second strike comes in and hits another set of its tentacles.
Ugh. Alright, and then can I use a bonus action and take a potion?
You can. Smart move, considering Clobber is in dire need of healing.
I don't think it did.
So you checked it, but underneath, let's see here, click the magnifying glass next to Potion of Healing on your Actions tab, and then double click the box where it says 2d4 plus 2. There you go.
Right, that is all.
Alvor the Mighty is up.
All right. Elvor runs up. Am I like in range to touch Clobber, or do I got to move up one more?
Actually, I'll go ahead and put you in that square. So
Okay,
yeah, you'll be in
cool.
range.
Okay, cool. Alvor, you hear him. He's muttering to himself, but he's actually really talking out loud. He doesn't realize it. Okay, this priest thing, it's got to work right now. Okay. He closes his eyes and he raises his hand up in the air. Almighty Goddess of the Gears, I beseech thee, give protection to my ally so harm shall not come to him. And a small thin beam of radiant light shoots from the ceiling and washes Clobber in a radiant flow of yellow and greenish energy. Protection from evil.
Nice. Thank you for that wonderful description.
Cool, no problem. And let me see. That will be it for me. I think. I don't think I got any bonus actions. No bonus actions. So that is it for me, sir.
Okay. All right, this tadpole tinder. You hear it psychically screech out from the attacks coming from Clobber. And with that, it shoots out a tentacle at Clobber. Which misses. And it's also going to lash out with the tentacle at Pantheron as well. That is also a miss. And then it comes down to bite Clobber with its big old beak, completely missing. Alright, there's more banging upon the glass over on the right hand side, over towards the east. And all of a sudden, you hear a crash, and all this liquid start oozing out, flushing out, as one of the Clements hops out and makes his way towards you. And with that, your mechanical servant, Albor, unleashes a bolt at it.
All right.
Which hits for 4 points of damage in its right hand shoulder.
Nice.
The creature, as it lumbers towards you and it gets hit, you see its visage or its face shift. You see it kind of take on the image of Queen Devona, and then it kind of comes back to Clement. The next one. What's that?
Creepy.
Another one starts shuffling forward. Clearly not able to get up to you guys just yet. Okay, Pantheron, you are up, sir.
As a big brown bear, I raise up to a standing position, and I lash out with 2 of my claws at this creature, trying to knock it to the ground and pin it to the ground. So 1 action or 2 actions. I have multi-attack, so I just want to know how to accomplish what I'm going to do.
So what is it that you're trying to do again?
So I want to come down. So like I'm on my. So from 4 legs to 2 legs, I'm in a standing position like a bear would be, and I want to come down with both of my claws, and I want to pin the creature to the ground.
And this is through the brown bear, huh?
Yippers. I have multi-attack, so I can attack twice. And I'm willing to sacrifice both of my attacks for this 1 movement. I just want to be able to knock him to the ground and maybe give Clobber a slight advantage to hit him because he can't move.
I see. I will let you try to try and grapple him. You'll have to do an athletics check, a contested athletics check with the creature.
Okay.
All right. You go to grab this creature, and you feel like you got a pretty good grip on it, and it pushes back with this unworldly strength. It just shrugs off your grapple attack. Clearly, this creature is a monstrosity. Alright, one of the Queen Devoras breaks out of her tank, shuffles forward towards Pantherin, calling out for Pantherin. Oh, Pantherin, you caught my eye the other night. Come to me.
It's a good thing I'm in a bear form and I can't talk.
And you're able to shrug off whatever she's trying to do to you. Another one comes towards you, smiling, trying to get your attention. And the Clement 10 shuffles forward. Looking like it's getting pretty crowded in here. The mechanical servant starts beeping, questioning what you would like it to do, Alvor.
All right. I would like for it to shoot at Clement 13.
And with that, it gives a beep as another bolt shoots out. This time it misses Clement 13.
All right.
Alright, Clobber, it is your turn. You see out of the corners of your eyes all these humanoid creatures looking like Clement off to the east, Queen Devora off to the west, trying to gang up on you guys. What are you going to do?
Only thing I know how.
Attack!
Beat him with my table leg.
Smash. Alright, I'm going to remember to target it this time.
Thank you.
Oh. First one whiffs. Oh my gosh. Oh, it did hit. Okay.
Barely hits, too, yes.
Alright. Damage. 3. I think I'm going to go ahead and use my action surge for another attack.
Okay.
Do I have to do anything to do that or just roll again?
Just roll again. And actually, I think since you have extra attack, it gives you 2 more.
Oh, okay.
It gives you an extra attack action.
Alright, first one hit. Almost rolled to a 20.
Nice.
And the last one. Yeah, Clobber goes into like a whirlwind of blows, smashing away at this thing. Oh.
Alright, this thing, it is screeching. You hear it inside your head screeching. You have a hard time focusing from the sheer pain of its cries.
Get out of my brain!
Alright, anything else from Clobber? Okay, Alvor, you're up.
A grenade blows up. Somebody dies. and I'm going to take my well, it's just basically the thief's action to disengage. It's called precognition for flavor purposes. I'm going to. Well, no, I haven't even done my movement yet, so I'm going to move. Let me see. Move back. Think right here. Yeah. And let me see. I believe that is it for me. Yep.
Very well. All right. The tadpole tender. It leashes all of its attacks this time upon Clobber in utter rage, striking out with 2 tentacles. First one hit for 12 damage. And you feel a burning sensation as these tentacles wrap around you, and there's little suction cups and little claws on there that rake your flesh open. But you're able to fight through it, although you are grappled and paralyzed, and also restrained at this point.
Those attack rolls were made at disadvantage, right, Keith?
See here. Yes, it was at disadvantage.
Okay, okay. I just wanted to make sure that the spell effect was working correctly for the protection. Okay.
Yep, although this second... Oh, no, it says it with disadvantage. So the second tentacle comes in and misses you. And it comes in to try and pluck at your nose with its beak, which also hits. As it tucks a chunk of flesh out of your face. Clobber is not looking good. Clement 12. Comes in at poor old Clobber. And it goes to slam down at you with a fist. Ooh. That's gonna leave a mark. Ooh. He slams down into your left shoulder. You see Clobber drops to the ground, yet being held by the tentacle of the tadpole tender. Pantherin, it is your turn.
What kind of check would I have to make to grab Clobber and pull him back towards the entrance as a bear?
So you're going to try and pull him out of the grasp of the tadpole tender?
Yes.
That would be a contested athletics check.
Because that worked out so well last time.
Oh, yeah.
So I think I could kill this thing.
And what shall you do? Are you going to kill it?
I'm asking you, does it look bad enough that I could maybe kill this thing?
It's pretty possible. You see a lot of its tentacles underneath it are pretty battered from the blows that Clobber laid into it. It's not doing too well, and it's bleeding pretty good.
Avenge me. Yeah, I'm gonna try and kill this thing. If I kill it, maybe it'll let go of Clobber and we can get him to safety. This is probably a bad idea, but I'm gonna do it anyway. So I'm gonna raise up in my bear form and I'm going to swing with 2 melee attacks. 2 claws, so I'll slash at him twice. And
Nice.
Oh wow, awesome. Oh,
So apparently, I was very upset that he got clobber like that, and I just came down with one of my claws and just sliced at his tentacles per se, so that it could free clobber. And then I'm going to take a movement action so that I stand over clobber, so that any types of attacks that go towards him will hit me instead.
Alright, I'll just put you next to it, even though you're over it for now.
So that way I can I reach Clement 12 though with my second attack?
Yeah, we'll just put you right there then.
So I'll swing with my second claw.
Nice.
Ooh.
Holy smokes.
Maximum damage, maximum effort.
And then my next movement will be to grab Clobber in my teeth. And I think I still have some movement, right?
Yes.
Yes. Try to get him there. Yep, so Alvor can take care of him.
Alright.
True, true.
Alright, one of the Queen Devoras comes up behind you and goes to punch slash claw at you. And that misses. Let's see. 10, 15. Another one does the same. It appears she wants you badly. One of the Clements comes in, punches you in the side of the rib cage. You take a little bit of damage. Alright, the mechanical servant, it starts beeping an alarm as it's being surrounded.
Alright, can it get a shot at Clement 10?
Yeah, that'll be a little difficult since you got the big bear in the way.
Okay. How about Queen Devora 11?
Okay.
Alright, I'll have it shoot at it then.
It fires a bolt, striking into her left face cheek. She takes some damage. She screams out in rage. She goes to give a backhand at the mechanical device, and she starts shaking her head as it just hurt her hand. Ow! Alright, this other Queen Devora comes rushing in and tries to punch at your mechanical device. Missing.
Yay. Oh crap.
And yet another one. That one hit.
Dang it.
Oh. And the mechanical device went down.
Not surprising.
Clement number 8 comes in to strike at this big bear. And hits. Okay, Clobber, you are unconscious, so go ahead and make a death savings throw, please.
Yay! Alright, where's that? On main?
Yeah, main, and I think it's down at the center of the main section.
Ha!
Nice!
Nice. Oh my goodness.
So you come up with 1 hit point, and you get to resume your action this round.
First I'm going to chug another potion.
Okay, and I'm going to take the unconscious thing off of you as well. Okay, so you're taking a potion of healing?
Should have 2 left, I think.
Gotcha. Gluck, 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 gluck.
Alright. I wipe my mouth, kind of shake my head, and dive in on Clement number 8 here.
Okay.
Mighty swing. Well, I don't know why it rolled 2.
Oh, it's you know what? We're gonna have you roll again. Let me clear some other effects because you used to be restrained and grappled and all that, but you're not. So let me take those off as well.
Okay.
Could he keep the 20?
We don't know which one it was, but I will say, if you burn your inspiration point, I will let you have that 20.
I don't want it that bad. Okay, can I go ahead and roll now?
Sure.
Alright.
Nice. Boom.
Didn't need it.
Very nice.
Alright. So yeah, I smash his skull in. And then I will move up. And second attack on Clement number 10.
Okay.
Yeah.
Nice.
I feel some fury going on down there.
Done pissed me off now.
Nice.
Clobber's version of Barbarian Rage.
Yeah. Very nice.
Bear nods.
And with that, I'm done.
In approval.
Halvor, you're up.
All right, gonna move there. And let me see, where is that? Here we go. Cure wounds on Clobber. And I'm trying to remember if my grenades take. Yeah, the grenades take an action. Okay. Yep, that's it for me.
Okay. $30. Okay, and out of the corner of your eye, Alvar, you see something moving up from behind you guys, off to the far left. As you look in that direction, you see a humanoid creature with purplish skin and 4 to 5 tentacles coming from its mouth area, kind of skirting around, slowly gliding across the floor, turns in your guys' direction. And at that moment, there is this psychic energy that hits all of you as you have been psionically blasted.
Ow.
Let's see. And it looks like, Alvor, you failed, but the rest of you actually succeeded.
I know, right? It's like probably the most
Wait a
intelligent
minute.
character.
You had the most intelligence of all.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
So with that, a blast of energy shoots out. Poor Alvor, you taking a huge blast from that. And it looked like there was a concentration check that failed.
Yeah, it failed, so the protection from evil went down off of Clobber.
Yep. All right. And with that, we are back around to Pantherin.
Seeing that Clobber is up gives me a rush of rage and adrenaline to continue to slice and dice these things that are in front of us. However, I can't reach the Mind Flayer, can I?
You'd take quite a few attacks of opportunity if you were to break rank and run over to him.
I get rid of these guys first.
Yeah, but he's a serious danger.
Yeah, I know.
Okay. So I'll slash out with my claws.
If you can take out the one above you that's touching me, and then maybe the one on the other side of the droid, that would free me up to run over there, maybe. But
Okay, I'll try.
but I can't even reach him in one round. So
Why? Why did you do that to me? As you see
And she distracted me with those words, and I missed.
Gotcha. And you
But I'm going to move over top of the servant. How big is the servant?
it's just lying on the ground in a heap right now, so.
Okay. I will use my back paws and kind of push it towards Alvor with the rest of my move.
Alright, we'll put it there.
That way, Clobber has a free line to run, and all three of these things should focus on me.
Alright. And as that Queen Devora died from your blow, you notice her face started to change as she started collapsing to that of Clement, that of Fathanlis, and right before it dies, it takes on the visage of Ronin.
Oh my good lord.
Alright, and with that, the next Queen Devora there, she changes her face to take on that of Ronin. Why? Why are you doing this to us? And it attempts to slam you. Obviously distracting you enough to get in with an uppercut blow. And you see all of them start to take on the visage of Ronin at this point as they start unleashing attacks on you. And another one hits. right. Clobber, you're up.
All right. I'm gonna move here. I can't reach the mind flayer, so I might as well try to take out a couple of these dudes.
Gotcha.
First one. One didn't do it, so swing around again. Crap!
As you get ready to come in with its second blow, with the face of Ronin, it looks down at you and says, Clobber, I never knew you hated elves so much. And with that, it distracted you from the blow, missing, unnerving you.
I scream at him, "You're not my friend!" And then I take another healing potion.
All right.
You're not my friend. I'll drink to that.
Nice.
That is all.
All right, Alvor, you're up.
Okay, quick question. Could I burn an inspiration point to give myself another action?
I would say no, but if you burn an inspiration point and someone else gives you one of theirs to burn, I will give you that extra action.
Well, the other action won't be an attack, so I'm not asking for multi attacks. I'm still going to do my one attack, but I want to cast a spell, but it's an action. So I want to burn the inspiration to give me the action to cast a spell, then attack.
Which spell would you like to cast?
It's called Pendulum. Basically, it takes away my dice rolls. My very first round that I do anything like a check, anything that involves a roll is an automatic critical success. But now the next time I anything that has to do with a roll, I automatically fail. So it's like 20, then a 1, 18, then a 2, 17, then a 3.
Ah. I will let you burn an inspiration for that. It sounds interesting.
Okay. Go ahead and take that away. Okay, Alvor looks up to the sky, well, the ceiling, because he's inside. Tears are starting to pour down his face, and he says, I think I finally get it now. If you give all will to your god or goddess, they will give you favor. And he just, Goddess, I dedicate my life to you and all that you do. Give me the power to smite my enemies. And this radiant blast it makes a small little crater around Alvor. And you see his eyes become completely white, burning with divine fire. He conjures his arcane rifle and takes aim at the mind flayer and fires. Alright, so basically I'm going to just roll damage for the arcane rifle, and then you'll just have to turn it into a crit. Where is it? There it is. Okay, damage. I'll just roll in the chat window. Oh, of course, it's only a 2. But it was a good description.
That it was. Okay, so that's going to be a crit attack, right?
Yes.
Okay, so go ahead and roll another damage dice so we can add that to it.
Oh, okay. And another
And
one.
greasy.
That's slightly better.
All right, cool. All right.
All right.
You blast it in the chest, and you see it looks like it's wearing some sort of breastplate, and it looks like it's got a hole now in that breastplate. Still kind of smoke coming off of that round, but it looks like the mind flayer is walking off the damage pretty good.
Right. Okay, and let me see. That will be it for me.
Okay. All right, and with that, the mind flayer reaches out with its mind force on Pantherin. As you feel it trying to etch in and dig into your brain, and you hear the Queen Devorah's voice come over. Don't kill me! Please don't kill me! You're gonna destroy everything I've sought to bring about. I'm currently trying to hold off the undead and the demonic horde. If you do this, it will end badly for your friends. You need to stop your friends from attacking me. Fight with me. Don't fight against me. And with that, I need you to make a wisdom savings throw, please.
Who?
Pantherin.
Oh, great.
15. All right. You fight the urge, but she digs into your mind and turns you, charming you. You're now charmed. Pantherin, it is your turn. As she calls out, quickly, take care of that clobber guy. I know he's about ready to come up and kill me. You cannot let this happen. And actually, let me check to make sure on this. Okay, yep. Okay, so attack him.
Hold on, I thought I had advantage on wisdom saving throws.
What would give you wisdom against saving throws on wisdom saving throws?
I'm wishful thinking. Can I burn an inspiration to roll another time?
You can burn your inspiration on that. Yes.
I do not want to attack Clobber.
Gotcha. Let's see. Ooh. As you raise your greatsword to slam down into the backside of Clobber, all of a sudden you shake it off and
Nice.
are left looking like, what the hell was I about to do?
That just makes me even more angry. So much so that I trample through all three of these and charge the Mind Flayer. But before I do that, I'm going to use a bonus action to burn a second level spell to heal myself. So I'll add 9 to my temporary hit points. Or no, 13 to my temporary hit points. And go ahead and take your attacks of opportunity because I'm going to charge him.
All right. 3 attacks coming up. There's a whirlwind of attacks from Ronin as he strikes out at you, hitting you once. But you're able to barrel your way through, breaking the ranks and running up into the grill of the Mind Flayer.
And then I'm going to attack him with 2 claws because he tried to make me attack my friend with reckless abandon.
Your first claw comes in and rakes harmlessly across the breastplate. Coming in with the second one, you come in and slash across its face. All right. And with that, Ronin runs up behind you. Stop that! As it slams against you, missing. The other one does the same. And it misses. Number 18 turns its attention upon Clobber. I always knew you were racist against elves. As it strikes down and hits you.
Jesus.
Clobber's looking worse for wear. Clobber, it is your turn. Why, Clobber, why? As it dies. And with that, Clobber finishes off by drinking his potion. Look, 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 look. Alvar, you're up.
All right. Let me see. I will use my precognition to dash over behind Clobber. Oh, no, that's the wrong spell. That's the wrong thing. Where is it? There it is. All right. Wow. And with my regular movement, I will go all the way. Yeah, I'll just go here. And that will be it for me, sir.
All right. It is going to shift around, trying to find a good vantage point to blast you all again as it comes around Pantheron slightly. 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35. Wow, that's a big cone. As he lines up a cone, as he unleashes another mind blast upon the entire party. This time, Alvar was ready for it, as well as Clobber. Pantheron fell for it, though. As bam, you're hit with 22 points of psychic energy. As your ears are pained. Small rivets of blood start oozing out of your ears.
I thought there was if there was somebody in your face, you couldn't cast a spell situation.
Oh no, they can. If it's a ranged attack, they have disadvantage.
Okay.
Alright. Alright. With that, it is back around to Pantheron, actually. And you are actually stunned for 1 minute from that.
Oh, wow.
Ouch.
What does stunned mean?
You can't take actions or reactions, if I'm correct, Keith.
I believe so. I'm looking for the effect here. Okay. Let's see here. Where is it? Yep, stunned. Dang it. Hold on just a second. Damn it. Where's my damn...
I got double stun.
Got stunned with a pimp slap.
Can't find it. Dang it. And my DM screens are downstairs. Okay. Conditions. Stunned. A stunned creature is incapacitated, can't move, can't speak, only falteringly. Automatically fails strength and dexterity saving throws, and attack rolls against the creature have advantage. Okay. So that's pretty devastating. Oop. Where is my screen? Dang. Okay, there we are. Alright, so I believe we are on Pantheron. Yep, Pantheron. You're up, sir. What is Pantheron going to do?
Well, I need to know what stunned means.
Means that you are incapacitated, you can't move, you cannot speak, only falteringly. You automatically fail strength and dexterity saving throws, and attack rolls against you have advantage.
So basically, I can't do anything. Got it.
Sounds like it. Right, Queen Devora, number 7. She attacks you. Let's see here. And wow, that missed. And the other one attacks you as well. And it hits. Clobber, you're up.
All right. Can you hear me now?
I can.
All right. All right. I'm gonna try to finish these guys off, hopefully. All right. So number 7 first, swinging in. That is a crit.
Nice.
I won the other one, but instant death.
Nice.
Fires brains all over. And then aim with the other, hopefully.
Man, looks like...
I think I'm gonna use my inspiration. We need to like get rid of this guy.
Okay.
Oh, come on.
So close.
Back. Alright, that's it.
All right, Alvar, you're up.
I like guy Alvar.
Well, I'm going to automatically miss, so I'm going to fire the opposite way so I don't hit anybody. So basically, I miss, and I don't have any bonus actions. Well, no, hold on. I think actually I do. Forgot about this. Yes. What is the range? Okay. And let's see. Yes. Conjuring from the ground a gear shaded in green and golden energy rolls over to Clobber, lays down on the ground, and a small little spring of healing energy emits from the gear. Healing word.
Nice.
And that will be it for me.
All right. The Mind Flayer shoots out his tentacles at Panthering in an attempt to grapple you. That is going to hit. Let's see here. And with that, you shake loose the stunning effect as another wave comes over you, but you're able to fight it off. But you are grappled at this point. All right. Get rid of your stun.
So I'm grappled.
You are grappled.
Okay, and he beat me into my normal form, so I am no longer a bear. Let me take that off.
Okay.
But I am still raging, and I am still everything else. But I'm grappled. So that's fine. I am going to grapple him. Athletics?
Yep. All right, you are both grappled.
And I will take him to the ground and squeeze him with all of my might.
Big ol' hug.
A barbarian hug.
You should have stayed in your bear forms. It would have been a bear hug.
If he wouldn't have beat me, to my normal form, I would have.
Yeah. But
So I will squeeze him with all of my might. I don't know what kind of damage that would be. None.
It'll be 1 plus your damage modifier.
So 6. I'll just roll the d6 then.
No. So it's 1, and then your strength modifier looks like a +2, so that's 3 points of damage.
Oh, okay. I was looking at my attack. Sorry. Yeah. Okay. So I was squeezing for 3 points of damage.
Okay.
I'll squeeze this motherfucker to death.
All right. The Queen Devora there. She whips around with a backhand slam, trying to backhand slap Clobber. And that is a miss. Clobber, it is your turn.
Alright. You bitch. One more time on her. Go. Oh.
yeah.
Alright, and then I will move up. And attack this guy. So he's grappled. Does that mean I get advantage or anything? Or
Yeah, it should automatically give you advantage when you make the attack. Yeah, so both of them are grappled. Pantheron has the Mind Flayer in a bear hug down on the ground, and the Mind Flayer has his tentacles wrapped around the head and the face, with his face on the back side of Pantheron.
I'm trying to take this guy's head off if possible.
Gotcha.
Didn't look like advantage, but other one? Or...
Yeah, go ahead and make another one.
I think you have to have the restrained effect on there.
Yeah, didn't matter.
All right.
Ah.
So your Morning Star slams into its backside, and it looks like it's struggling to get Pantheron lined up to extract his brain.
Alright.
Well, that Mind Flayer is going to be disappointed. I went through all this trouble for nothing. Oh, salty. Okay, all right. Alvor will say another incantation, but the arcane rifle comes out, but it lands on the ground, and the rifle actually stands straight up, but then tilts at an angle, and then fires, kind of like a makeshift mortar, basically. Because I don't want to shoot straight through there, even though I'm going to hit anyway. Basically, I'm rolling an 18 now.
Okay.
So I'm just going to apply the damage. Where is it? Cantrips. And damage. And of course, it's 1.
Wow.
Right.
Glancing blow.
Yes. And that will be it for me, sir.
Okay. Mind Flayer. Dang it. Alright, since it does not appear you're incapacitated, even though you are grappled, it's going to try to get a more secure hold upon you with its tentacles as it maneuvers its tentacles and attacks you with those as well. Have another wave of psychic energy come over you. And you made your savings throw again, shaking off the stun effect as you feel it trying to pull on its tentacles, trying to line up the back of your head for its mouth to hit you. Pantheron, you're up.
Okay.
What are you going to do, Pantheron?
I'm thinking.
The tentacles grow tighter around your face.
Well, I'm thinking if I turn into a gnat, he can't grab onto me. He can't squeeze me, and he surely can't eat my brain as I fly away. So guess what I do? I use my combat wild shape, my last one, and I turn into a gnat.
I don't think that gnat is a CR1 creature, though.
Whatever small CR1 creature there is. Hold on, I'll look for one. It's anything below a CR1, so it's CR1 or below.
Yeah.
So
But
whatever
gnat
small gnat.
And it has to be, I believe, medium-sized creature?
I've never seen any rule like that. I mean, you're the DM. If that's what you say, that's what you say.
So any creature challenge rating 1/4 or lower that doesn't have a fly or swim speed.
Yeah. So I could do a rat. I could do a mouse. Yeah, anything like that, I guess.
It may also make it easier for him to eat you.
It may.
So what are you doing?
I'm turning into a small animal and I'm running away.
Then you must make a athletics or a acrobatics check against that, and so which form are you taking?
The smallest one I can.
So a mouse or a rat?
A mouse is smaller than a rat. I'll go with a mouse. Has a smaller brain.
Okay, so looking up the stats for a rat.
I hope he does eat me, because then I'll end my form and explode inside of him.
Alright, so you can make an athletics or an acrobatics check to contest the grapple against him using the rats.
I did. I rolled a 17.
Okay. But you don't use your stats. You use the stats of the creature you became.
Ah, that's true.
So you rolled a 12. And the better of the two stats is dexterity, which is 11. So you got a 12. Okay. Against his... So that is a tie. I believe tie goes to the defender. So you were able to successfully break free and run away. So go ahead and You can move.
Okay.
You lucky dog. I mean, lucky mouse.
Mouse. I don't know what the movement of mouse is. What, 20 maybe?
20 feet, yes. All right. That brings us over to Clobber. It is your turn, sir.
I see the look of confusion on the mind flayer's face as Pantherin basically disappears, and I just kind of like I'm sort of like almost behind him at an angle, and I just tap him on the shoulder, and as soon as he turns to look at me, the mace hits his face. That's how I'm picturing this going down.
Nice.
Or it misses completely. About the backswing.
Backswing connects. Crack.
Oh, come on! My damage die roll's terrible.
Yeah, you need to burn it. All right. It looks over at you. Its tentacles start wriggling in your direction. Alvar, your turn.
Okay, so knowing that I'm going to miss this time. Oh man, we're out of spells here. Something that does not require a roll. Here we go. Let's see. Let's do this then. Success. Okay, nothing happens. A spectral clock looms over the mind flayer, crashes down, but the mind flayer's mental abilities was able to block the spell from actually hitting it, and the spell fizzles. So no damage. And so that will be it for me.
All right. And with that, he looks down at Clobber. And its tentacles shoot out, trying to grapple your head. And it hits. As the tentacles dig in around your face, dealing damage. And you fail your savings throw. You are now stunned and grappled. As it quickly spins you around in preparation for extraction of brain. Pantherin, you're up.
So I will end my shape and come back to my normal form. And I will cast. Oh, where's that? Guiding bolt. So I raise my sword into the sky, and I call upon the gods, because I really haven't chosen a god yet. So I call upon the gods to energize my sword and grant me the power to vanquish this evil creature who's done so wrong. And I will cast Guiding Bolt at him.
All right. So as you cast that, you feel your rage slip from you. And go ahead and do it.
It's a cast or an attack? It's an attack, isn't it?
Guiding bolt? It's a ranged attack, yeah.
He is no longer grappled, by the way.
Good idea. Yep. So, okay.
And I miss.
As you feel a laughter in the voice of Queen Davona in your ear.
And that was a first level spell, so I'm going to pick off one. And for my movement action, I will move forward to engage him in melee combat. Again.
Okay.
And that will end my turn. Going that I have a bonus action. Take me for a bonus action.
Bonus action.
I don't really have a good bonus action to do.
You could go back into rage again.
No. I'm out of rages.
Ah.
I'm out of rages and I'm out of wild shapes. Because of the last fight.
Ah, gotcha.
I'm seeing if I have any bonus actions. I thought a heal was a bonus action.
Healing word is.
And I have cure wounds. I don't have. Alright, I guess that's all I got.
Alright, Clobber. Oh, actually, you are still stunned. And you're grappled. Which basically means you are incapacitated. I don't believe there is anything you can do with that.
All right.
Yeah, that sucks. Trust me. Been there.
Alvor, you're up.
Alrighty. Let me see. Crap. Man, that pendulum sucks. Because in the text it says, okay, next time you do a roll, I haven't rolled yet, so if I attack, I'm going to miss. So I'm going to try.
Last round was your miss.
Yeah,
that's right.
Yeah, last round was your 2.
Okay. Dang it. So, well, I already did that one, so it made it, so no damage. I'm actually going to move up now to, yeah, right there. And then that will be it for me, sir.
Uh-oh. Oh, boy.
And now that I see that was a bad move. Oh, well.
Let's see. I believe, since he has Clobber grappled, he is going to take a back step, pulling Clobber with him. Trying to line you guys up for another cone attack. As he unleashes another psychic blast of energy on you guys. So unfortunately Pantherin and Alvor failed. Fortunately for Clobber, you succeeded. Okay. Alright. And with that, Pantherin drops to the ground, as well as Alvor. With that attack, Clobber, you're able to shake loose, and you are no longer stunned.
Oh boy.
Pantherin, go ahead and make a death saving throw. That's
nice.
One success. And Clobber, let me get rid of that stunned effect on you. Okay, so you're no longer stunned, but you are grappled.
Oh, what does that mean as far as attacking?
I believe you can still attack, but I believe you're not able to move away. Let's see.
I don't want to move away, so.
Hey, Keith.
So your speed becomes 0. You cannot benefit from any bonus to your speed. Yeah, so just basically it only affects your speed. What was that, Jimmy?
Keith, how did he kill me? Because it was only 24 damage. I had 49 hit points.
Because the last couple rounds when you were grappled with its tentacle attacks, you were taking damage.
I only had 8 hit points on me after I escaped. That is not 24. That is way less than 24. Or correction, way more than 24.
Are you sure you had? Yeah, if you only had 8 hit points and you took 24, then yeah, you're down.
No. I had 8 wounds.
No, you had a lot more than that.
You just scroll up and look.
No, what I'm saying is when I was a mouse and I came back to normal form, I had 8 hit points on me, 8 wounds on me. That's what I don't understand. How 24 dropped me in one shot.
Obviously, you must have been a lot lower than only 8 wounds.
Yeah, you guys do your thing. I'm gonna scroll up and see what's going on because I don't nope.
Alright, so Clobber, your turn.
Alright. So I shake the haze off and swing in harder than ever before.
Nice.
Come on. One more.
Both hits.
Come on, roll good. Oh, so close.
Very close. Wow. Alright, you take your 2 strikes upon the Mind Flayer, smacking it. It's bleeding pretty good at this point. Alvar, death saving throw. Okay, success. And its turn. And with that, it is going to make another tentacle attack upon you, Clobber.
Yes.
And it missed! Wow. Alright, Pantheran, make another death saving throw, please. Okay, 2 successes. Right on. Alright, back around to Clobber.
Alright. Feel the urgency.
Yeah, it's
Seeing
do or die.
And Pantheran and Alvin and Alvar are both fallen.
Nice. How do you want to do this?
He still got me grappled, and I do an old move where I just drop to my knees, and with the aid of all the lard on my armor, I totally just slip right out between his grasp, and then I do this like swinging uppercut towards his face as he scrambles to try and grab me again, and it connects right below his jaw, shattering his face.
Nice.
Slumps lifeless to the ground.
Sweet.
All right. And then
Clobber saves the day. Awesome.
Cool. Good
I
job.
actually do have a medicine skill. I don't know if I can help get one of these guys up at least.
I'll let you use it to see if you can try and stabilize them.
All right, so I'll start with Panther since or Panther.
Okay. And we'll say the DC's 12. All right. Maybe you have better luck with Alvor.
Where is it? Oh, I was almost.
Oh, yeah, so close. All right, so Pantheron and Alvar, go ahead and make another death saving throw, please. I believe you guys are on 2 successes so far. Uh-oh. Okay, Alvar is stable. Pantheron is still bleeding. You can make another medicine check to try and stabilize him.
There we
And
go.
you do so.
Nice.
All right. And with that, let's go ahead and take like a 10-minute break real quick.
All right.
All right, be back in 10.
I'm back also.
Welcome back.
Thank you.
I see why I died now. Apparently, I was hit with 19, and it didn't register on my character sheet for some reason. Oh well.
All right, I'm back as well. Whoop. I'm back.
Welcome back.
Thank you. Everyone here?
I believe so.
Yep.
I think that was Daryl. How about Brad?
Yep.
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 All right. Yep. Okay, so back to where we were at. So Clobber is standing. He's the only one standing, all beat up, blood running from some of his wounds as he peers down at Alvor and Pantherin, who, let's see here, are both stabilized at the moment. They are unconscious, but they are not bleeding out. You're able to bandage up some of their wounds enough to keep them from bleeding to death. You hear the drips coming from what remnants of fluid were in the side vats in this large room. You hear a gurgling sound coming from the pool on the far side of the room. Outside of that, it is fairly quiet down in here.
Other than the way we came in, how many exits are there in this room?
So as you peer about, there is a set of stairs that go up. That's the way you came in. There is a set of stairs that go deeper down below. And above the pool, to the north end of this room, you see a large opening that opens up into a level up above, with no discernible staircase or way of getting up to it, though. The ceiling of this chamber is about 30 feet high.
Alright, well, I think it's pretty obvious we have to rest.
It would appear so. Alright, so there's your exits out of the room. When you mentioned something about resting.
Yeah, I mean, Alvor, do you have some sort of mechanical sentry that we could put in this doorway that leads further down to warn us if something comes, so we can all get a good rest?
And actually, Alvar is unconscious. He's stabilized,
Yeah.
but he's unconscious.
Oh, okay.
You're the
Oh,
only
yeah.
one conscious.
So I will check each of their packs for healing potions, and if they have one, I will pour one down their throat.
Okay. So you search through Alvar's pack. And,
Yeah, there's actually a healing potion in there.
Okay. Alright, so looks like Pantheron had one, and Alvar, you said you have one in there?
Yeah.
Okay, so you pour a potion down their throats.
I give each one of us a good berry too.
Okay.
Because I make them every day. So
Those two guys are...
You could add 4 hit points to each one.
While those two guys are collecting themselves, I'm going to search the bodies.
I'll cast a Cure Light wound on myself.
Okay.
And then I'll cast one on Alvor.
Alright. Clobber, you search through the corpses there, or the bodies. On the Queen Devora and the Clements, you find that they are devoid of any armor, any clothing. They didn't have nothing upon them. The great mass. That was the tadpole tender. Um, it doesn't have anything about it, um, but with the slashes and whatnot, it opens it up. You can kind of peer in there and you spot in its gullet, you see some gems and whatnot in there. Um, Also, some coins in there. It looks like it devoured at some point in its life.
I'd have no problem getting dirty and getting those out.
Okay, let me add those to the parcel. Let's see here. Come on. Parcels. There we are. New. Let's see here. Nope, not that one. Not that one. Not that one. Okay. Also, you rummage through the Mind Flayer's corpse. It's got some scrolls with some funny looking language. It looks like a bunch of dots and lines and whatnot that you don't that you can't discern readily. And also some bumps.
Probably arithmetic. I'll save it for Alvor.
Okay. Okay.
Nothing else on the Mind Flayer?
Also, you find he's got a vial in there of some dark, murky, greenish gray color. It looks like it's kind of swirling around.
Don't drink it.
No, Clobber's dumb, but he's not stupid.
I was joking. Hey, do you think we should take one of these queens back to the queen? Think that would be awkward?
Queen is really the queen.
Right. Actually, we should probably take them both back. Keith, did they freeze in a certain face, or how did that work?
The faces after they've died, they've turned to just a pale face. The eyes are also just turned to just orbs of black. The hair just turns completely white.
Oh, okay, so they don't maintain a face or anything.
No.
Great. Are there any
guess
books or notes around?
Notes. The only piece of parchment that you're able to find on any of these corpses is the one that Clobber pulled off of the Mind Flare.
I will search the rest of the room, looking for any sort of writing or any sort of secret doors. I don't go into that pool that the big thing came out of, but I look in there to see if I see anything.
I'll get to my feet and help him.
Look at the statue.
Okay. So as you get up to the pool and you peer in, you see a huge swarm of those tadpole things. And as you get up to the top there, they start kind of boiling at the surface, trying to get at you as you're there at the edge, peering in. Um, you also peer in. You kind of catch that at the bottom of the pool. You notice several uh, bones down there, humanoid bones. Looks like there's some backpacks and bags and stuff down in there, as well as some weapons. Uh, Above you, 30 feet above you, there, you see an opening that leads up above. At the base of the statue, there is some type of writing. It looks like it's a bunch of bumps and dots and dashes and whatnot engraved into the base of the pool itself. Both of you, give me investigation checks, please.
How long would it take me to kill those things with my sword?
There's a lot in there. You could do it.
Okay, I can start stabbing at them with my sword. But I'll roll the investigation first.
Okay.
Not bad. I should have given myself guidance first.
Okay. So you search around. You do not find any secret doors in here, any secret compartments. Pantheran, you continue stabbing and killing at these tadpole things. Give me a dexterity saving throw, please.
Great, I'm gonna fall in.
All right, you do not fall in. And as you're stabbing at the things, they viciously try to bite at you as well. How much time are you willing to spend killing them?
How long is it gonna take me to kill them all?
It's probably going to take you at least an hour to kill them all in there.
I spend an hour.
Okay. And while Pantheran is happily hacking away at these tadpole things, Alvor, what are you doing in here?
I'm going to use my tool maker's kit to repair my servant and get him back up and running.
Okay. All right. So Alvar sits down, starts working away at his servant there, trying to repair it. Pantheran's hacking at stuff over there. Clobber probably still looking around, trying to methodically search everywhere. And Pantheran, as you're hacking away at these things, you feel this force hit you. And it's a scream. You hear the voice of Queen Devona. Stop killing my babies! If you leave them alive, I will let you walk away and live. Otherwise, I will send the rest of my minions, and they will kill you before you leave these mines.
Is that another mind flayer? Does it feel familiar?
You hear the voice in your head. It sounds like Queen Devona.
But does it feel familiar like the last time?
It sounds eerily familiar, yes.
Let's see. What would Pantherin do? He would announce to everyone else that there's something trying to tell him to stop killing these things and tell the party and continue to hack out.
Alvor, see if you can read this. And I point to the writing on the statue.
Okay, Alvor goes over to the writing, and he tries to figure it out.
Okay. Give me an Arcana check, please.
All right.
Hey Keith, is this pool in the ground?
It is raised up above the ground, but it is built out of the stone itself.
How thick is the stone?
The walls of the pool are about 3 feet thick.
If I used the spell Thunder Wave, could I break the wall and make the creatures that are in there pour out onto the ground?
It's possible. It would have to be a very effective version of Thunderwave, but it is possible you can break it.
Well, how do I make a very effective? Because I want to speed this up, of course. I do 2d thunder damage with the spell. It's a first level spell, so do I need to burn 2 slots, or how do you want to work, or burn a second level slot?
Possibly burning a higher level one, and hopefully it does maximum damage.
Okay, I'll burn a higher level spell. So I'll do Thunder Wave as a second level spell. But I want to position myself here so that I smash the wall and they come out into the main floor there.
Okay.
Okay. And maybe it'll make it easier for me to smash them. All right, here goes. I'm going to smash the wall. Would that be a save or cast? How do you want me to do this?
Roll the damage as if you would hit.
Oh, just roll the damage?
Yep. Alright, you let loose with your Thunderwave upon the side of the pool. You see a small crack form towards the top, but it clearly does not break it. And with that, you hear a voice in the back of your head that says, "You have made your decision, and with that, you will die."
I hear voices all the time. I ignore it. I'll go ahead and try to smash it with my foot or leg. I don't know. I mean, I'm determined to break this wall.
Alright, so you start hacking at it. And Clobber and Alvar, with him doing all this and making all this racket, what are you guys doing at this point? And it's only been about 10 minutes into since the battle ended.
Okay. Well, was I able to decipher the ancient writing?
Oh yes, yes. So you decipher it. It's mentioned something about this is lair of the elder brain Melkath Koran. And you basically determine that this pool here is the breeding pool, where hosts are injected with these tadpoles that are later formed into mind flayers. And it appears that these things are the babies of the elder brain that's down here somewhere.
Oh crap. Yeah, I relay that information to everybody. Basically, this is a ancient mind flayer. This is his home base, basically. So if nobody is against the decision, I say we leave right now.
We
Like
can't
right
let
now.
these things live. Do you know what they're gonna do?
We won't know what they're gonna do if we're all dead. And you see Elvor, he's clearly shaken by this revelation of knowing that they're in the home base of a ancient or possibly ancient mind flayer.
And how does Clobber feel about this?
Alvor to examine the scrolls, quickly examine the scrolls and the potion, or the vial of liquid.
Okay. All right, so you hand over the scroll and the potion over to Alvar, which he starts to examine. Panther, and you're whacking away, making all kinds of racket as you're trying to break down this wall. Let's see here.
I'd take a look. If I climb the big statue, how far away is that from the opening at the top?
It's about 8 feet if you're at the head to the top of that opening there.
It's a 30-foot climb and then an 8-foot jump if we were to jump, I guess.
Yes.
I will attempt to. Does it look like it would be really easy or hard to climb?
Looks like the climb up there probably won't be so bad. The jump from the top of the head, trying to catch the lip of the opening to get out, that looks a little bit more daunting than anything else.
I'm gonna go ahead and climb up there.
Okay. All right. So you start climbing up the statue. Alvar, you're trying to decipher the scrolls that he gave you.
Yeah.
Okay. While Pantheron is hacking away, making all kinds of rackets on this wall.
Cue their roll initiative music.
All right. Alvar, as you're peering down looking, uh, some movement out of the corner of your eye catches you. You look up, and about halfway across the room, you see another one of these mind flares, flanked by two smaller brain type forms with 4 legs that look like they are apparently trying to sneak up and attack Pantheron. Clobber, you are about halfway up the statue. Clearly, you have not sensed the mind flare or the other creatures, as well as Pantheron is hacking away. Alvar, what do you want to do at this point?
Of course, Elvor freaks out. He yells, "We got company!" And he's running up the steps to the base of the statue.
And with that, everyone roll initiative, please. All right, Pantherin, you're up.
Do I see these things?
Alvar, you did call out about these things, didn't you?
Yes, I did.
So you don't see them yet, but you see Alvar running frantically up the stairs, trying to get up to the base of the statue as he calls out about these things.
And the only way out is on top of the statue.
There is a hole in the opening above the pool there. There's the stairs that lead up, the way you guys came in, and there are stairs that lead down further.
Oh. I guess I'll get a higher vantage point to see what Alvor's talking about.
What about the higher vantage point?
I said I will get a higher vantage point to see what Alvor is running all away from.
Okay. So, are you running up the stairs towards the base of the statue then?
I guess that would be a higher vantage point.
Then go ahead and move your token accordingly.
I mean, I can't move around the corner, but yeah.
Alright, so you run up those steps and you peer out further into the room, and you see another one of those mind flayers, flanked by two new creatures you have yet to see before. Fast approaching you guys.
I would pull out a javelin and throw it at him, or one of them.
Okay.
60 feet. Yeah, that's well within my range.
Alright, your javelin strikes out and hits one of the new creatures. You hear a shrill shriek enter into your mind as it lets out some sign of pain. Okay. As these new creatures rush forward, you notice they are surprisingly fast, as they're almost up on your heels as you're running frantically to get away from them. Alvar, you're up.
Okay, well, out of character, I sense a TPK coming. So I'm going to go up here to the base of the statue and fire a shot at the Devourer number 10.
Okay. That's your decision. Kaboom! Nice hit.
All right, yep. Call up the rifle, and looking down at my servant who's still not repaired makes me just a little angry. And he pinpoints a weak spot on the Devourer's flesh and fires, and the arcane bullet strikes true, and it sizzles as it leaves a smoking hole in the nasty flesh of this creature. And that will be it for me, sir.
Okay. All right, Clobber, you're halfway up the statue. What would you like to do at this point?
I keep on climbing.
Okay. Go ahead and give me an athletics check. All right. You find yourself at the top of the statue, 8 feet
All right.
away from making that lip to get out of here.
I pull out my bow and take a shot at the closest intellect devourer.
Okay.
All right.
Looks like that
hang on.
hits.
Sorry, I forgot to target.
Go ahead and roll your damage. All right.
And then I get 2 shots, right?
Yes, actually, you do.
Second shot. There we go. Boom.
Nice. That one's looking a little worse for wear.
Hoping they can't climb. Alright, that's all I got.
All right. All right, the Mind Flayer gets closer as it is approaching. And let's see here. 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Looks like he's only going to be able to target one. Alright, Pantheran, it targets you for a Mind Blast. And you fail. Taking a crap load of damage. And you're now stunned. As the voice reaches out, you should have left my babies alone. Okay, the next one. 10, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40. The next intellectual devourer runs up. He's getting pretty close. Alright, Pantheran. Let's see here, actually. Oh, why that stunned is not on you. That's why. Alright. So Pantheran, stunned, can't do anything. The intellectual devourer on the other side, it rapidly runs up the stairs and jumps at Alvar. Clawing at you.
Oh boy.
So as it jumps up with both of its claws trying to claw at you, it glances off of your armor and just slides down harmless against you. It is your turn.
All right. Rifle blast to the face of the devourer. Hopefully it hits, and that is a miss. Well, I will use precognition to disengage, and oh, that's there's nowhere to run. I'll run and then kind of like jump down the little thing there, just get away.
All right, Alvar running for his life as he runs and leaps off of the stairs. Anything else for Alvar?
Oh, I'm sorry. No, that's it for me.
Okay, Clobber, you're up.
All right. I'll shoot another arrow trying to take out this first devourer.
Hit,
Oh, damn it.
but not enough to kill it yet. Will
Mother.
this next arrow do with it?
Oh, come on.
Wow,
Oh my god.
things are looking pretty dire.
Oh man.
All right. The Mind Flayer smiles as it is going to try and flank around the stairs here. And with that, looks like Alvor is in range as well as Pantherin for another Mind Blast.
Oh man.
Looks like Pantherin made it, but Alvor failed.
Oh man.
Alvar drops to the ground.
Oh man, like a rock.
Yes. But with that, it shakes Pantherin loose, as Pantherin is no longer stunned anymore. And the other Devourer, it rushes up and will pounce at Pantherin. One of his claws hits. Alright. Oh. And it looks like Pantherin dropped to the ground. Make a death saving throw, please. Pantherin slips closer to death. The intellectual devourer at the base of the statue looks up towards Clobber and starts jumping up, trying to gain purchase to climb up this statue. You see it climbs up about 5 feet and then it just slides back down, unable to gain purchase with its claws to reach you. Alvar, make a death saving throw, please. Alvar slips closer to death. Not looking good. Clobber, you're up.
Oh, boy. Well. Alvor. I mean, guys, if I thought there was any way I could save either of you, I would.
Clobber, you got a family, man.
That's what Clobber's thinking.
Yep.
And, you know, not like I'm out of the woods yet. But I still have a very scary jump to deal with, which, you know, could lead to a dead end or whatever. But I mean, there's no way I can kill all three of these, and there's no way any of you are going to get back up. Both failed a saving throw already, so like I would have to kill all three of them in one round, basically. So with a tear in his eye, Clobber will strap his bow across his back and make a running leap for this ledge.
All right. Make an athletics check, please.
Really wish I hadn't used my inspiration earlier. Just have a +6.
Wow. You jump up with such determination. You don't even catch the lip. You jump over the lip and find yourself in a large room. You see a hallway veering off towards the north. Scattered about in here, you see a bunch of refuse and debris, sort of like the other goblin areas that you saw when you came down here.
Alright, is it dark?
It is dark.
Alright, well, I get far away from the opening. Light a torch.
Okay. So you light a torch.
Appear to be any way out.
There is a passageway leading north out of here. It goes down about 30 feet, and at the edge of your light, it looks like it comes to a T intersection.
Alright, so I will go. Does anything look familiar? Like that intersection, does it look familiar, or like we passed it earlier? Or?
It does not look familiar. So are you approaching the intersection?
Very cautiously.
Okay. Give me a perception check, please. Ooh. You hear the sound of battle raging down below from where you just left. Something is still fighting down there. As you approach the intersection, you peer left, and the hallway continues down, starting to wind down deeper into the caverns there. You peer to the right. It looks like it goes about another 30 feet, and you get a glimpse of sunlight emanating from that direction. Looks like to the right is the way out, perhaps.
I hear sounds of battle from behind me from the room where I jumped.
Correct. Down where your friends dropped earlier, yes.
Okay, I run back then.
All right.
I run back to the opening and look.
Okay. So you run back, hopeful, perhaps? Wary? You peer down below, and you see a thin, gaunt humanoid with long, flowing black hair, wielding a greatsword made out of silver, battling the mind flayer. Along with him, you see about half a dozen kobolds viciously attacking the intellect devourers. Looks like battle is favoring this creature down there.
I look and see if there's anything I can tie a rope to on this ledge that I can just like slide down.
Okay. Well, just one moment. Alvar and Pantheron, please make death saving throws. And while you guys do that, Clobber, you look around and you see a huge stalagmite in the ground. And as you look, it looks like lots of ropes have been tied around this. So obviously, people have used it before to get down.
Okay, I'll tie a rope around that.
Okay. You tie a rope around that. And about this time, you see the kobolds dispatch both of the intellect devourers, and this creature is fighting off that mind flayer. You see the mind flayer attempting to run as it just cuts it down viciously. And you climb down, and you find yourself there at the base of the statue.
Alright, so I run over to Pantherin since he's the closest, and to get try a medicine.
Alrighty. And wow, good job. As you are able to patch him up, he is now stabilized. You look over at your other friend, Alvor. Looks like he is safe for the time being. Would you like to also try and stabilize him?
Yes.
All right, and you're able to do so. Let's see. All right, and with that, let's get the music here.
Once they're both conscious, I say, you guys don't know how close I was to leaving you.
Let's see here.
As I sputter out blood from my mouth, I understand I was going to my ancestors.
And with that, you see the gaunt creature with the great sword start to approach you, flanked on both sides by a half dozen kobolds. And he lets loose with some type of speech none of you have ever heard before. As he points at the mind flayer behind him, and then he's barking something at you, obviously.
Not knowing what to say or do, Clobber reaches into his backpack and pulls out the smoked turkey leg that his wife gave him before he left and offers it to the man.
And he lets loose. He bats the chicken leg out of your hand onto the ground. And he barks out this saying again.
I just like hold my hands up in the I mean you no harm.
And then it sounds like he says it again in a softer tone, this time in a different language. Let's see here. which it doesn't appear that you understand. It sounds familiar, though, like one of your friends you has spoke it, or maybe a couple of them. I believe it might be Elvish. And
I just kind of shrug and look at him and shake my head. Like, I don't know, man.
and then reluctantly he speaks in yet another language. This time it appears to be in common, broken common. There is the elder brain.
He said, "Where is the elder brain?"
Yes, where?
I point to the stairs leading down out of this room that we haven't been to yet. Oh wait.
And with that, he looks down at your two friends there. And with that, he pulls out 2 vials of red liquid and tosses them down carelessly on the ground. And with that, he barks at the kobolds, and they all turn around and start marching in that direction that you pointed them to.
Yep, boys, reinforcements have arrived. Shit.
Is Elvor still unconscious? I didn't hear if he was still unconscious or was he conscious.
Unfortunately, the only one conscious still is Clobber.
I keep forgetting that they're still unconscious. Okay, so yeah, I pour one of the vials down each of their throats.
Alrighty. Alright, and both of them regain consciousness.
Thank you.
Like, I don't know how I killed all 3 of those, but you guys are lucky. You're lucky you have me around.
That's what we do for each other. We save each other's lives.
Oh, man.
But I tell them what happened and that the reinforcements have come and we have to make a decision.
I stand to my feet and give them a slight bow.
Are they still here, Keith, or they already go?
They already left.
Yeah, that's okay.
So I'm curious what happens. I grab one of these creatures and throw it in the water.
Alright. Which creature are you throwing in the vat?
I don't care. Whatever one's closest.
Not the mind flayer.
Alright, so you throw one of the intellect devourers, probably, or actually, maybe one of the doppelgangers? I don't know. Which one are you throwing?
I just want to see if these creatures eat whatever's thrown in there.
Okay, so which one are you throwing in?
I'll throw the doppelganger and then the intellect devourer and then he won't let me throw the mind flayer in, but I really want to. I just want to see what happens.
So you throw you throw a doppelganger in there, and these tadpole things, they start eating at the doppelganger, consuming it. And the same thing happens with the intellect devourer.
Okay. I look at Clobber and I go, They're gonna eat the mind flayer. Well, we don't know what this thing is. We've never even seen this creature before.
I'm not sure feeding them is a good idea either, really, but
Well, I plan on still trying to break the wall.
I think we need to rest and recover or leave before anything
Before
else.
I start causing more noise. Okay, I can agree with that. But we can't leave and let these things live.
Then we need to rest.
Okay, let's pick a corner and rest.
At least a short rest.
Okay, so you guys are gonna hold up in one of the corners there and try and get in a short rest.
Yeah, back behind the statue, maybe.
All right, you're able to squeeze back there.
I'm gonna burn some hit dice before we do this.
Okay, so let me do the short rest for you.
Hold on, let me burn my hit dice.
Yeah, me too.
Then burn your whatever hit dice you'd like. Alright, looks like you've burned all the hit dice you can to try and get fully healed up.
Yes, sir.
Alright, short rest incoming. Alright, you're there resting for a while. After a short time later, you start to hear the sounds of battle coming from down below. And you hear something in your voice that says, "Why did you do this? These Gith! Why did you lead them to me? You will pay."
I'm sorry, I missed that. What did you say?
You will pay.
Oh, I caught that part. Did we hear it in our minds?
Yes, you heard that in your minds. That same voice that threatened you earlier.
Should aid them if needed.
So the things that saved us went down the stairs?
Yeah.
Oh, sure. Why not?
The crap
I
out
really
of
like-
the mind flayer and the intellect devourers. So
I really want to kill these tadpoles.
they're not going anywhere.
That's true. I mean, we can get out of here, or we can go help them. It's up to you.
I think we should go help them. You're right. Like we can't just leave this place, but and now that we've recovered, we can fight again. But before we were in no state to fight at all. So
I mean, we're not fully recovered, but yeah. Alvor, what do you want to do?
Alvor, not saying a word, cuts a look at Pantherin, and starts to head down the stairs to aid the the things or creatures fighting down below.
All right. So that decision is made. Going downstairs.
Totally forgot about my second wind.
Ah, that
Use that.
may come in handy. All right, so with that, you head down the stairs. You proceed down, down, deeper. It gets colder. It's very dark. Although Clobber's torch by now starts to sputter out.
I pull out my sword, which glows.
Gotcha. So there is some light that emanates from Pantheron's sword as you finish coming down these stairs. You hear the sounds of battle starting to get weaker up ahead. And you see a set of double doors up ahead of you. They are cracked open. It sounds like there's a battle taking place just on the other side. And there is a pinkish light emanating from this room that is coming through the cracks in the door. Do you open the door and go in, or what?
Well, Clobber's way ahead of us, so I'm bringing up the rear.
You're bringing up the rear, okay. Clobber's in the lead. Is that what I heard?
Yep. And I assume Alvor's in the middle because when I asked him that question, he went down the stairs before I did.
Yep.
All right. So, Clobber. So are you opening the door and going in?
I'm opening the door and peeking in first, but yeah.
All right. You open the door and you peek in. You see another large chamber. All the walls are surrounded by more vats of liquid. This appears to be, it's all in a purplish pink liquid. There's bits of what appears to be brain matter swirling about in these vats. And in the center of the room, flush with the floor, you see another large pool with a very large brain mass with tentacles coming out from the top of it. Scattered about the floor in front of you, you see 6 dead kobolds, and you see a Gith, the guy that you saw earlier. He is wrapped around one of the tentacles that is holding him up above the elder brain. And he is frantically fighting for his life at this moment. So with that, let's roll some initiative.
I look at Alvor and Panther and say, he saved us. I think we better try to return the favor.
It would be the honorable thing to do.
And with that, Alvar, it is your turn. Alvar's rifle strikes out and damages the elder brain. Clobber, you're up.
Alright, I move up. And, oh, much. Ow, okay.
Yeah,
I thought it was like on a platform or something in the middle. But...
no.
Alright, in that case, I will attack it with my mace.
Okay. That is a hit.
Okay.
Nice damage.
And another one.
Nice.
And short rest, I got my action surge back, right?
Let me check. I think action surge only comes back on a long, but let me check. Oh, short or long. So yes, you do have it back.
Oh wow, that hit.
Wow. Well, this thing's so massive, it's hard to miss it
Yeah.
anyways.
Crunch, 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 crunch. And then, oh wait, yeah, I get a second attack from that too.
Yep.
Jeez.
Wow. You gotta almost fumble to miss this thing.
Bam!
Damn. Clobber's got some rage going in.
40 points of damage.
Nice.
That is all.
Okay. Alright. It is going to let loose with a mind blast. And see, this one looks a little different. Wow. So it's going to target all three of you and mind blast you. And it looks like failures all the way around. This is going to smart. And with that, Clobber drops. And Alvar drops. Uh-oh.
Holy shit!
Alright, Panther, and you're up.
Well, that was wow. One shot.
Yep.
Turt, you can do it.
Yeah, why not?
It does look like this creature has sustained major amounts of damage from the kobolds, the Gith, and your friend, Clobber.
Alright, I'll run in and hit it with my sword. Why not?
Yes. Come closer, my pet.
Alright, that's all I got.
Wow.
Is the Gith no longer?
He is there, and he is swinging. He got one hit in. Ooh, so close. Alright, Alvar. Death savings throw. Ooh, that's, wow. As you see a large pool of blood form under Alvar's head as he is quickly bleeding out. Clobber. Death saving throw, please.
And I assume I cannot use second wind while I'm unconscious.
Unfortunately, no, you cannot. You know what? Let's roll some percentile dice. Let's go old school. I give you a 25% chance. If you use it, it'll pull you out of unconsciousness.
I click the D10.
So right-click the D10, and then choose percentile, and then just roll it in the chat window.
What am I looking for? What percent?
So if you right-click on the D10,
I got that. What percent do I need?
you need 25%. The second wind does not pull you out.
Alright, death save.
Ooh, not good. Alright. The Mind Blast is down. And it is using its tentacle upon... what's his name? Okay. Ooh, he's... wow. That guy, he's not looking too good either. Panthera, you're up.
I will swing. Actually, no, I'm going to use cantrip Spare the Dying on
On Alvar?
Clobber.
No, do it on Alvar. He's like about to die.
Well, he can't see me right now because I'm still in the doorway.
If the door's open.
Save Clobber.
And if I move away, he's going to get an attack of opportunity. I have 6
There you
points
go.
left.
Yeah.
Oh, do you have to touch me?
Yes, I think I do.
Okay.
Yes, the range is touch, and it is
All
one
right.
action. So I will not use my action to hit him. I will use my action to stop you from dying.
I think you should hit him.
All right, I'll hit him then.
Okay.
I hear a voice from the grave saying, "Hit him."
Your ancestors scream at you. Hit him! Kill it!
You're in a rage. You should be.
No, I'm not in a rage.
Oh, come on. Oh, yes.
How would you like to do this?
So I will jump into the air with the sword overhead and just come straight down with all my might and all my rage and slice the tentacles away from Clobber and try to take whatever its head is off.
All right. It doesn't have a head because it's just a big brain with tentacles. But you hack the hell out of it. It lets loose. The Gith comes crashing, splashing into the pool. And he comes up to you. and gutters something that you're not able to comprehend as he points at the kobolds and your friend.
I start using my cantrip, spare the dying, on everybody who's on the ground.
All right. So you're able to cast Spare the Dying on Alvor just as the breath is starting to leave him. You're able to quickly catch him. And,
And I put a berry in his mouth.
okay. All right.
So I'll do that for everyone. I will spare the dying and I'll put a berry in their mouth. And that should
Okay.
consume all 10 of them.
Very well.
It's 4 hit points. I don't know if you want to just make it 1 because of the status. I mean, however you want to.
Yeah, I already applied it to them. Okay, so with that, Alvar and Clobber, you come to consciousness. And this Gith is. He pats you on the back, Pantheron. And as Clobber gets up, he switches to broken form of common. Thank you. We have defeated this clan of the Mind Flayers and Illithids. I thank you thank you for my clan.
I bow slightly, my hand on my chest.
Who may I call you?
We are the War Pigs.
War pigs? And he kind of clearly does not understand what that means. And he goes over to Clobber, helps you up.
I thank him and also bow slightly. We had a good team today.
My deed is done here. Now I must go to... what is that place called? Yes. They have spread to Dune Shane. I now head there. Perhaps our roads will cross in the future.
With my hand still on my chest, I bow slightly.
And he proceeds to head out, leaving you guys behind.
Are there any tadpoles in the water?
There are no tadpoles down here.
Is there anything else in the water?
There's a bunch of different forms of floating brain matter in the pools here.
Ew.
And
I go over to Alvor and make sure he's conscious.
Alvor has his sketch pad out, trying to hastily sketch this creature that just left. So that's what he's doing.
Panther smacks him on the back and says, "Good fight." And he gives him like one of those awkward bro hugs.
Alvor turns to look to Pantheron. Yeah, the parts that I can see because I was unconscious.
Hmm.
Sure, good fight. And he says it very sarcastically, kind of snarkily, but sarcastically. And he goes back. He's actually trying. He kind of trails off. He starts to like walk behind the creature, still sketching, kind of forgetting where he's at. Until he bumps into a wall. It's like, oh, yeah, I should probably stop that. And he walks back to the party.
I check on Clobber to make sure he's okay.
I'm fine. I think we have some tadpoles to kill now.
Yes, sir. And he puts his sword on his shoulder and walks upstairs.
All right. As you all turn to head up the stairs, you notice that the pinkish purple light emanating from the pools in here is slowly fading. So you take the journey up the stairs, eventually finding the pool, and
Should we search the room before the light fades away?
I mean, I didn't. The way it sounded like there wasn't really anything to search. There was nothing in the water but the dead brain, and there doesn't appear to be any like balls really. I mean, I guess.
Did the creature have a mouth like he can eat?
it did have a mouth, yes.
So when I split it open, is there a stomach?
You split it open, and you see a bunch of tadpoles in its gullet, along with there's about half a dozen goblins in there in various forms of decay.
Okay. So no form of treasure or anything.
Doesn't appear that there's any treasure within this creature now.
I make sure I stab all the tadpoles with my sword.
Gotcha. Alright, so you head up the stairs. As you're going up the stairs, you hear a loud, very loud explosion erupt. You feel the ground shudder. And then it ceases, and it goes quiet again. And then you reach the top of the stairs. There's a bunch of cloud and debris all over the place. You kind of peer through, trying to see what's going on. As you get closer to that pool, you see it's exploded. These tadpoles are flopping all over the ground. And as you look up the statue, you see the Gith is climbing up, and he jumps up, catches the lip to the entrance or the hole up there, and pulls himself out.
Catherine smiles and begins stabbing the flopping tadpoles on the ground.
All right. See here.
Clobber will search the remains of the creatures that were in the pool.
Okay. As you get closer to the pool to search the remains, you see there are coins and stuff scattered about the bottom there from the explosion. Looks like the bones are thrown all over the place. Backpacks are shredded. And you see there's a battle axe in there. There's a bunch of gems. Looks like there is one potion that remains unharmed from that explosion. Put that in the party sheet for you. And you find a couple of scroll cases. You peer in there, see that the scrolls are still intact.
I would hand the scrolls to Alvor.
Okay.
When I look at the battle axe, does it look like it's just a normal battle axe, or does it look particularly nice?
It looks like it is a fine craftsmanship.
Pick it up and bring it over to Panther and say, you might have some use for this.
He puts his sword on his back, takes a battle axe, and starts slamming it onto the tadpole.
Skewering the tadpoles.
Hey, we can't have these things spread.
Gotcha.
Roll for initiative.
Yep, roll for initiative. It's time for more combat.
Okay, rolling.
No. I think you've defeated the Mind Flayer layer here.
I think the Mind Flayer layer here defeated us.
I don't know, did it?
I don't know, I rolled like 6 times for death saves.
Yeah, no kidding.
Yeah, it got real close many times tonight.
And I literally only rolled snake eyes and barely killed the Elder Brain. So yeah, I'd say it.
I'll have to go clear out that well, too.
So should we take 8 hours and rest because we are in no condition to travel anywhere?
Certainly.
Yeah, we are out of hit dice. We're out of resources.
Yeah, we need to probably take a short rest and go home. Although home is maybe not the best place to rest either anymore.
I'm not so sure that city's even there anymore.
Yeah, maybe long rest here is.
Or town is there anymore.
Long rest here might be the best choice.
I mean, because when we left, they were under siege and by horrible, terrible things. And yeah, I don't think that town's.
So, long rest?
Yes. I vote.
Okay.
Yeah, let's make up. Matter of fact, that room that was the glowing water, one way in, one way out, probably be the best way, or best place to rest. Get rid of all that brain decay and debris, and get out of the room.
Yeah, that's fine.
That way, if something does come, at least we have nothing to our backs.
Okay. So you head down there and make preparations to camp down there for a long rest. And with that, I think we are going to call it a session. I've awarded XP. There is some stuff in the party sheet on the inventory, some of the stuff you guys looted. If you want to lay claim to it, you can, or we can hold off on it. It's up to you.
I have time to do some admin stuff. I'm not sure what everybody else has got going on.
I can hang out.
Okay. Alvar or Daryl?
Yeah, I can hang out for a while.
Are you
Alright.
guys going to take the first pick? I forget what the party sheet
It's at the top right-hand side next to the combat tracker.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
I guess I'm taking those 2 scrolls. I guess one elegant and one superior scroll. I guess.
Okay. Okay. And Pantheron, you're taking the battle axe?
Well, it was given to me, but I will not take it if someone else wants it.
I can take it.
Okay.
Unless Alvor wants it.
You want the battle axe, Albert?
No.
I didn't think you did. Keith, weren't there 2 scrolls on the Mind Flayer also?
No, it was just that one scroll that Alvar... Actually, he didn't get a chance to decipher it yet.
Yeah. And then he had that vial of liquid, too.
Yeah, that's right. You later determined that the vial of liquid that was on the Mind Flayer is actually a potion, and it's got a few of those tadpoles swimming in there. That's what was swirling around.
Ew.
I was thinking it might be like a poison or something that we could dump in that pool to kill them all, but I thought, why would he have that? But
I pick up the sparkling gem and I hold it up to the light, and then I give it to Alvor. What do you make of this?
Oh,
Got something bright green and deep inside of it. You see it?
Yeah. Keith, have you stopped streaming?